go to Rob.
Coach Juwan got to play for the first time on Saturday. Was he about where you thought he was? Did he exceed expectations? Just where did you think he was on Saturday?
For someone that hasn't really played in almost a full calendar year, live action, I thought he did a really good job of getting lined up, getting the defense aligned him as far as the rest of the 11 guys, and the communication part, which is what we were a little nervous about. I thought he did a great job. Made some plays, a little out of control at times, but we were pleased. We think the best is yet to come. For his first game, I thought he did a really good job.
And Coach, just kind of same question on Elijah. I know he's played some before, but really got a chance to play quite a bit of that. What did you think about him when he's on the field?
Elijah, super talented. As like a freshman, made 2 really big time plays, and if you ask him, probably got a minus on both of them because it wasn't exactly the way we wanted it to work. But the great part about guys that are aggressive and play with a lot of energy and play fast, they can overcome mistakes, and that's where Elijah is right now. We said from the beginning we think he has a really bright future, and I'm glad he was able to go out there, even working through some of the mistakes that he does make. He does play fast, and he's been productive in all 3 games that he's played in. So we've been very, very excited about him.
Vince and Adam.
Coach, we obviously still see the productivity from Jeremy Banks, but from your standpoint, what are some things that he is doing better now this year?
I think that's playing under control. He's letting the game come to him a little more. I think Jeremy in the past was see it and kind of read on the run, and sometimes that got him in trouble when you were blessed with the athletic ability that he has that would maybe overrun the football or be out of position. I think he's done a much better job of reading and reacting and putting himself in position to make more plays. Jeremy playing under control is one of the best linebackers in the conference, and I think he's done that for the most part these first 3 games.
We hear so much about Anthony Richardson that you have to continue in the pocket. What's the worst that could happen? Why is he so good when he gets out running around outside the pocket?
I would say I think last year his GPS got to a 23, so that would make anybody pretty dangerous. Great athlete, and not just a guy that runs fast. He can make moves in space, and has a live arm as a quarterback, so you have to respect his throwing ability. I mean, he's the total package. I know when he gets in space, there's some design runs for him. He's a threat, along with their other 3. They have 3 very, very talented running backs, so he just adds to it. But you see the athletic ability pop off the screen, in certain plays, and he's going to be a big-time challenge for us.
Jimmy, Ryan, and Brent.
Coach, how would you assess your linebackers in pass coverage?
I think we've gotten better. Obviously, still not perfect. Felt like we've left some plays out there, especially in our zone concept. We had a chance to get our hands on some balls and maybe even take some the other way. I think about 2 last game. In the Pitt game, we actually were in we were in good coverage. I was about to say great coverage. We were in good coverage and actually got our hands on some balls and didn't finish the play. So I think it's still a work in progress. We're multiple, so we asked our linebackers to be in different spots on the field in our zone coverages. But I think we're getting there. We just like to see the production increase, especially with the underneath coverage in our zones.
And I think Coach Heupel mentioned that he showed up at work and Aaron Beasley's already in your office, and I just wonder if Beasley's commitment is what has led him to be so successful.
I think Aaron has always been a committed player, and I think for the most part, 99% of the team, 99.9% of the team is showing a higher level of commitment. I always tell those guys, if I'm the smartest guy in the room and I'm the only one that can make the adjustments, we're in trouble. So, Aaron comes in there, Pat Garland comes in all the time, Elijah Herring, even Jeremy and Juwan, they'll come in if they have questions. Aaron's just taking it to another level just because he knew what some of the struggles he had last year, and he's made more of a commitment to becoming a better football player all the way around. And you can see that by the way he's played in these first 3 games.
Ryan and Brent.
Coach, you guys see a little bit of him in the first couple of games too, but Caleb Perry got a little more run on defense this past week. How's he done so far? How did he do in that particular game?
Caleb is still learning to play the position like we talked about, earlier. He was kind of a jack of all trades coming out of high school playing quarterback, receiver, DB. So he's still learning how to play linebacker. But even in the process of learning how to play linebacker, you see the production. He just kind of finds the football, which is a skill, obviously, that's, you can't always teach. He kind of finds the football on his own, even though it's not always the right way. He's been productive in getting to the football. And I think he's another one, big athletic kid. When you talk about, guys that can run, jump, change direction, he has the total package. Obviously as coaches, we want him to be the finished product yesterday, but we understand it's going to be a work in progress. But we're happy with where he is right now, and we think he's got a chance to, another kid's got a chance to be a really good football player.
Coach, you guys have not seen a mobile quarterback per se through 3 games, not a real mobile guy. One, how do you simulate that in practice this week? And two, how would you rate your linebackers' play outside of the box, outside of the tackle box in open space to this point?
All right. To your first question, obviously I think Richardson is, kind of stands alone when it comes to athleticism, as far as the quarterback position. But I thought the Irons kid last week, when you watch him on tape, he came in as a dual threat quarterback and actually had some positive runs versus Michigan State the previous week. So we actually practiced, a lot of quarterback run going into that game. So we actually, are bringing some of the same, defenses that we ran in that previous game. We're obviously we were able to rep him, for Akron. Obviously, he did not run the ball a lot, whether it was through injury or whatever. He was more in a drop back phase. He didn't pull the ball as much, but we were prepared for it. And I just bring that up to say, with the talent that Richardson has, we've actually, feel like we're a week ahead as far as the actual quarterback running game. Now, obviously, he's a different animal, but some of the defenses and some of the fits we've prepared for. And as far as the linebackers, making, how they've played outside on the perimeter, I think we've done a good job. With offenses now and the spread, the way that it challenges you from sideline to sideline, all those guys are going to have to make plays outside the box. I think we've done a good job, playing off blocks and tackling in space. I thought we've done a much better. Obviously, it's never going to be perfect, but I think we like where we're at right now.
2 more questions, Patrick and Vince.
Coach, with having Jeremy and Aaron started all last season, they started the first 2 games this season, you bring Juwan kind of in and start him. How did you kind of handle that dynamic between those 3 guys with 2 starting spots, and how did they sort of handle that going into last week?
They're all mature. When you get to a program and you build it the way we want to have it built, every week it should be a fight to see who's going to be a starter. No one is going to stand out over another one. And we look at it like we have 3 starters. We treat Aaron like he's a starter. I think he's earned that with some of the play that he's had in these first 3 weeks. But Juwan was the starter coming out of camp, so we wanted to make sure he got right back in the mix. And for us to be successful, all 3 of those guys are going to have to play like starters. So we don't look at it any different when either guy is on the field. And we had those. Everybody wants to start. Everybody wants to play every snap, and you want that type of competitiveness, and you want that kind of fire. Obviously, they can't, so we go about it that way. That we're going to play like we have 3 starters on the field.
We'll finish with Vince.
Jalen Hyde talked about how he hasn't done anything yet, even though he's had a great start to the season, seemingly wanting more with that success. Do you sense that with your group and this team, that as they win, as they have success, that they want to be greedy and want more of it?
The success is always measured by who's the one that's saying you're successful, right? We're 3-0. I think we all thought we would be at that point, when we first started the schedule. And now that we're going into SEC play, we would hope the whole team, has that mindset. Because, we've proven a lot. We're 3-0, but, our number one goal is to try to win the SEC, and you can't do that, without going through the SEC schedule. And we got our first opportunity now, so I would think the whole team has got that same fire in their belly and feel like we started the way we thought we were going to, but now we have to make sure we're even hungrier to go into this SEC slate, to go out there and go try to get victories every week.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank